What is going on, Fence Fam? What is going on, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all of it? How's everybody doing on this wonderful Tuesday evening? I hope that everybody had a wonderful week. Got a bunch of work done. Didn't get too hot out there, guys. I hope everybody stayed safe. Sorry, I'm in a new spot. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But overall, I just hope everybody had a wonderful week and all that. So I do want to go ahead and verbally thank our sponsors. We got Mr. Fence Academy. Thank you very much, sir. We have National Metal Industries, Mr. Mike Levy. Thank you again. Love working with you. And then we have the Fence and Deck Agency, Mr. Zishan Hussein. Thank you again, and love working with you as well. Can't wait to move forward with it. First off, before we dive into the topic of new beginnings tonight, I'm going to go over how my week was. And then in the comment section, you guys can let me know how your week was as well. That'd be great. But my week is wonderful. After, let's see, I headed to Evansville, Indiana on Thursday morning, bright and early. Got there around 6 or 7. Wonderful drive all the way up there. My last 14 miles, though, took me like an hour. Evansville's really weird. On like the last interstate, you're on an interstate, and all of a sudden there's a stoplight. And there was a semi-truck broke down like 4 intersections up from where I was going. So they had that blocked off, had the whole damn 4-lane highway pretty much closed down. I thought it was going to be a huge wreck, but it just ended up being a broke down semi. But anyways, I ended up getting there, but set in one place for about 45 minutes. So that killed me on a 9-hour drive. But got to Sean's humble abode and went to sleep for the night, and then woke up bright and early and went to Mr. Fence Academy, MFA, and got ready to lead my first training. Sean threw a wrench in the gear like always, and he was like, it's going to be trial by fire. I'm not going to be there with you today. So I got done running my first solo training by myself. It was overall a success. Couple hiccups were out of my control. The U channels that we used, whoever packaged them packaged all the nice, clean, and pretty ones on the outside of the pack, and the middle ones looked like they had been dragged through the mud and ran over and baked in the sun for a couple days, couple weeks. So after I handed out all the U channels to the guys, I was just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go handle this like this line over here. I'm gonna talk to them, and next thing you know, we're running pickets, and we're like 6-7 sections into running pickets, and Heather shows up, and the first thing that she sees is these dirty ass U channels. I didn't even notice it because I wasn't even there yet. And so she called me over, and we looked at them, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty gross. That's terrible. I went and got some magic erasers out of the tool trailer. I tried to clean it up. They were past savings. So we ended up losing 2 hours waiting on U channels, but it gave us time to talk and go over processes, procedures, why we do this, why we don't do that, this and that. We ended up getting the fence done before 5:30. We were out rolling, eating dinner at a normal time. So all in all, good. I would have been done by 3 though. Would have been done by 3. I was really, 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 really looking forward to that. But anyways, I was supposed to leave Saturday morning, but after we got done training, I'm not used to those hills up in Indiana, man. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, completely transparent. I'm not used to those hills, so my feet were screaming after the training session. And we got done. We got back to MFA, and Sean was like, do you want to fiddle with the trailer? And I was like, not really. He was like, okay, cool. I was hoping you'd say that because I'm done. I was like, bro, my feet are screaming. I'm done. I'm done for the day. So we went and got some chow, got some food at a wonderful steakhouse. I don't remember what it was called, but it really reminded me of a restaurant in downtown Nashville. I think it was like something boy hot chicken, but nice little shotgun house, 2-story shotgun house. Really, really reminded me of some of the restaurants in downtown Nashville on Broadway. Had a fire like Delmonico steak. And then Saturday, I spent 10 hours organizing, labeling, and cleaning the tool trailer that I brought back to Pensacola with me. So I ended up staying an extra day, but it was all good. I got a whole lot of like stuff that I needed to get done in the trailers. That way I can train properly and know where everything's at and not have a disorganized mess. Not saying that it was a disorganized mess, Sean, but there was a lot of stuff in there, a whole lot of stuff. But ended up driving back. I left around 6:15ish, 6:30 Sunday morning. I got back here at 3:45, and I went straight to cutting the grass because our lawnmower broke a couple weeks ago, and it was out of hand. It was out of hand. So I cut the grass. I realized how envious of the weather in Evansville I was. I worked 10 hours in the full sun on Friday and barely had my shirt wet with sweat. And I cut the grass for 2 hours before I gave up, and it looked like I jumped in a swimming pool. I still have to weed eat. So if you saw the picture of the new truck and trailer, excuse me, I was done. I was done. I'll weed eat at a later date. But then we get to our topic of the show, which is going to be new beginnings. I know a lot of you guys who are friends with me personally on Facebook or follow me personally on Facebook have seen some things over the last couple, probably last 5 days. For instance, I started my new position with Mr. Fence Academy on Friday, and that is going to be a part-time gig running trainings. We're going to do the goal is for four training days a month. And then I am working full-time with High Steel Fence with Chris Steele. And yes, that does mean that I gave up partnership of a company, and I walked away from it. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But before we get into that, I do want to give a huge shout out to Colby Bierman, also Ashley Roth, and like Caleb Roth. I came home. I already had Fence Christmas because I got to come home with about a $200,000 tool trailer. All right. I already had Fence Christmas like that. And then I came home and I had these 2 boxes waiting for me on my front porch. First and foremost, Colby Berman, Corridor residential fence out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Bro, thank you so much. I love the purple. I'm sorry. I'm in my son's room right now, and we will talk about that here in a little bit, but it's a green screen, so you might not be able to see it, but love the nice purple long sleeve shirt, bro. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Awesome stuff, guys. If you don't know Colby, guys, reach out to Colby. Colby is an awesome guy, works his ass off. Also got this super pretty purple sign. Super sparkly. You guys can't see it, but super happy. Thank you, Colby. Caleb and Ashley, thank you for the hats. And yes, I said hats, plural. So they gave me a Stain and Seal hat. And then I also got the hat that I'm wearing right now. I'll take it off to show you guys. Excuse my hair. I didn't have time to get a haircut. I was going to get a haircut and go back all short, but I just didn't have time. Secondly, here is the Gopher Wood. Let me see if I can figure out which direction to turn it. Nobody can see it. There we go. So I got the Gopher Wood hat from Caleb and Ashley as well. And I can't see what you're showing. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was responding to a text message from my son who's trying to help me out on the back end since I had this my green room. But guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the goodies, the swag. Obviously, I'm wearing the hat right now. I can't wear it forward as I like to because you can't see my face, but it is what it is, right? Is what it is. All right, guys, nothing else other to do. But rip the band-aid off, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, I do want to say that there is no ill feelings towards anybody. Um, what I did was a move to better myself and to better my family and to follow my dreams at the end of the day. I have spoken this into existence for a long time, and it's something that that really I really enjoy. I true wholeheartedly enjoy. I enjoy teaching people. And I'm not talking about teaching people out there busting ass on the fence line every single day. I'm talking about actually training people and showing people how to do things the right way, explaining to them why we don't do things the wrong way, and vice versa. So that was the main basis of my choice. It wasn't an easy choice, but by no means. It was a very, 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 very difficult choice. I lost a lot of sleep whenever I made that choice. I don't think I slept the whole weekend after that. I like 2 or 3 hours of sleep each night, just because tossing and turning, thinking about things and all that stuff. But you know, one of the main reasons that I want to talk about this on the show is, if there's any owners or co-owners out there that are close to throwing in the towel, and they think that people might look down on them or whatever the reason is, man, there's no there's no shame. There's no shame in working for somebody else, bro. At the end of the day, um, takes a lot of the stress out of you. Um, right now, I'm doing something that I absolutely love, and I'm getting paid for it, and I don't have to worry about anything that owners do on a day in day out basis. And Chris, I love you. Sorry, but that's one of the things that I really wanted to hit on tonight, guys. If there's anybody out there watching that, is in that boat and they're feeling like that ship is sinking in the middle of the ocean, guys, it is okay to jump. It's okay to jump. You don't have to go down with that ship at the end of the day. I mean, I'd rather you not go down with that ship. You know what I mean? Having your pride get in the way and make you stay just because you want to prove a point is, it's not really what it's all about in the long run. In the long run, it's about, family. I mean, family's what comes first in my life. And, I try to keep it that way. The fence is a very close second, obviously. If you know me, I'm a fence crack addict. But, I do try to really maintain family first and foremost. It's not always the easiest, but it's something that I try to do day in and day out, and I do have to remind myself to do that as well, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But that's kind of the gist of it, guys. But there's nothing wrong with being a co-owner and just throwing in the towel. Don't feel bad, man. If it's going to better your family and better your life and make your personal life at home easier, then why not go do it? I mean, there's no reason not to. I mean, you're going to get paid to do something that you love anyways, and you're not going to have any of the stress or the headaches of it. So, just jump in. Does it suck? Yeah, man, it sucks. It's a hard choice to make, but sometimes those hard choices are what catapult us forward. Um, Sean was talking to me at dinner on Saturday night, and he was explaining to me the thrive and survive way of thinking. So, and I totally get it. I mean, I've heard it a couple times, but it's kind of gone in one ear and out the other. But you can't do both. You can't survive and thrive at the same time. You know, surviving, you will absolutely survive and you'll make it. You might make it paycheck to paycheck, but you're still going to make it. Most of the people that are out there surviving are not happy surviving, and they're scared to make that jump to the thrive position. But sometimes in life you got to make hard choices, and some of those hard choices, if you want to thrive, you have to take a risk. But any reward worth gaining is absolutely worth a risk um, to be taken. And once you start thriving and you're no longer just surviving day to day, that's when you get it in to the real what this whole living life is about, thriving instead of working paycheck to paycheck and working your ass off and, not making that jump to another career or another company or what have you. Make it whatever you want to in your life, make that work for you. But once you make that choice to start thriving and to stop surviving is when you see that needle start to move. We like to use like that analogy in the fence world on, you know, everything. Once we start doing things right, we start seeing that needle move. And we always want that needle moving forward. We don't want to move them backwards. So, that's kind of one of the things um, that I saw potential for is at the end of the day, like I said in the beginning of the show, my end game is training. That's what I want to do. I love it. I absolutely love seeing those guys light bulbs go off in their head and they're like, damn it, man. Why wasn't I doing that last week? Where were you last week? We ran into the same exact situation and we sat over here and pondered for it for 4 hours. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been in those situations, but what it's all about these like training things, it's not actually all about the hands-on in the field training. A lot of knowledge is picked up bouncing ideas off of one another because this person might live in Alabama and this person might live in Utah and North Carolina and so on and so on, so on and so forth. But once you start saying, hey, well, this doesn't work for me, what works for you? And they say something and you're like, oh shit, man, I should have done that a long time ago. And that is one of the cool things that I find about some of these training events is the after hours and the downtime, i.e. lunch, or, right after we're done like when everybody gets in that round group discussion and we're going over the day. Those are whenever I take away the most golden nuggets. I know a lot of people might take away like the most golden nuggets in the hands-on training. Um, I still learn stuff every single hands-on training I go to or do. So that's awesome as well. But that is my biggest thing is I wanted to better myself and better my family and there was no other way to do that except for take a risk and I'm taking a risk. I'm not taking a giant risk because I full on trust the two awesome leaders that I am under. So, I'm helping catapult it to the next level. And if we get to that next level, it's going to help everybody out, right? So, that's kind of the goal. Before we keep on going, I am going to get onto some comments. And if you're watching, and comment, ask some questions, man. I love some engagement tonight. It's not going to be a full hour-long show like we normally do. But here we go. We got Mr. Robert Evers in the house tonight. He says, "Turn it up. Big wheels keep on turning." Love that song, brother. Love that song. JC Gurry ink signs and decals. What is going on, guys? Did Mr. Brian make it to you guys today? I saw he was heading out there today, so that looked like a fun time. But heck yeah, man. We got Miss Michaela Patterson. Hey, how are you? Hope you had a wonderful week. I saw you were on vacation last week. Looked like a lot of fun. Mr. Josh Clark. Let's see. Mr. Josh Clark, he is our salesman over at High Steel. And what is going on there, sir? Corey said no, Chris says working with someone else, not for them. Yeah. I meant to say that. I meant to say that as well. Not the other way around. All right. And we got Chris Steele rocket ship to the moon. Here we go. We got JC Gurry says TO. I don't exactly know what that means. Orlando Hinge Company's in the house. What is going on, guys? Love their products, guys. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. If you have a gate that needs to go uphill and all of that stuff, guys, look no further than the like Swan Hinge from the Orlando Hinge Company. Awesome product. I've used it a couple of times. And here, let me go ahead and drop there. Where we go? Orlando Hinge, swanhinge.com. That's what I'm looking for right there. Swanhinge.com. You can go find it, put it on. It's super easy to install, just like a regular hinge. There we go. I'm watching too. Oh, Brian will be at JC Gary tomorrow. Okay. I just quickly on Facebook scrolled on my lunch break and I just saw that. I was like, oh man, he's going up there. Sweet. That looks like fun. But all right, we got Mr. Chase Johnson Hartzog. I hope I got that for you. Or right. Look forward to learning from you one day, Billy. I saw you friend like friend requested me the other day. You're in Pace, Navarre, Milton, I think Navarre. If you're in Navarre, just keep up, man. We're gonna be hosting the Mr. Fence Academy training, hopefully within the next 3 weeks. That's the goal. Get a hold of me if you would like to come. You can get a hold of Sean, all that. There we go. Let's see. Michaela says, the vacation was so much fun. I'm so excited for you and all these new opportunities. Thank you much, ma'am. Yeah. Tomorrow morning, JC Gurry Signs and Decals says, in the house tomorrow morning. All right. There we go. I just got confirmation. Chris Steele says for sure in the next 3 weeks. And, that's what I kind of want to tail off with is, not like tail off. We're at 22 minutes. So we still got, a solid 25 minutes left to go. But guys, we are going to be running Mr. Fence trainings in Pace primarily. If you want us to travel, we can travel, but we're primarily trying to stay relatively close, close to home. I'm talking about, Georgia, Jacksonville, Atlanta, Southern Alabama, Southern Mississippi, Southern Louisiana, Florida, all of that stuff. But we are really pushing for local trainings. Guys, we have a bunch of hotels in the area, solid stuff. So we're really starting to push forward to do that. And we are looking for these trainings to be on Friday and Saturday, right? So that way you don't have to take off 2 days in the middle of the week. All right. Just one day. And then we'll do it all on a Saturday. I also got we have some tricks up our sleeves in the academy. I'm not at liberty to say them yet, but just know that we're working on some really, 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 really cool stuff. Really cool stuff for some of these trainings. Been working a deal with a local nice hotel. There we go. Chris says he's been working a deal with a local nice hotel to offer discount rates as well moving forward. So yeah, that is going to be kind of a thing, guys. We're really trying to push these local trainings in the Pace, Pensacola, Milton area. Obviously, if you really want us to come travel to you, we will. And like he said, no, we're gonna be taking over the Southeast, so that way Mr. King doesn't have to do 4 and 5 month tours at a time in that tour bus. I know it can get old, so I've done a lot of my due diligence, studying and calling Sean and making sure I'm doing this the right way and not the wrong way and this and that. And I mean, shit, guys. Thursday night, I literally fell asleep reading the damn no dig guide. And I woke up at like 2 in the morning. And I checked my phone and I opened it up and it was still right there. I was like, oh, God, man. So we're really trying to push things forward and try to keep them almost the same as like whenever Sean's there. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to match his energy 100%, but I can get about 85 to 95% of it. I love what I do. I love training. I'm excited about it every single time that I get a chance to do it. So, guys, look forward to those dates and just keep watching. I will keep everybody posted for dates for training. And again, like I said, if you are wanting us to travel, give us a couple of weeks notice. Hit up either me, Sean, or Chris, and we'll get it all working in the books for you. and we'll go from there. Um, but man, first 2 days with High Steel went great, went awesome. I got a couple of our guys to train up. Got some real solid potential right now. Uh, really happy with the installation team at the moment. They still have a lot of room to improve, which is not a bad thing. But at the moment, right now, they're pretty decent. They're pretty decent. They know what's up. Got only one brand new guy who's not used to fencing. The other guy worked for a couple other different fence companies, and he's been there for a month now. But we ran a 8 foot board on board King Plus job yesterday, tear out and demo, and like I think it was like 346 feet or something like that. But we're on track to finish solid tomorrow. Man, guys, it sprinkled today, and it was like bearable outside. And then after it sprinkled, it was done. I was done. I was soaking wet. The last half of the day was rough. And then not to mention that old 811 didn't mark very well. Took a whole lot of pictures of that, guys. Make sure if you are Carlin and Dig tickets like you're supposed to, make sure we're taking pictures. Take pictures, tons of pictures, tons and tons and tons of pictures, because where they had their flags and whatever marking paint they tried to use, it was basically 3 feet off of where the actual line was. I think we drove through Backbone Twisted Pair like 4 times. So there's that. There's that. We had a whole line we couldn't even work on today because they dug 4 foot holes, 5 foot wide. But I got about 40 pictures of where USCI had marked, and then I got the pictures of the AT&T guys of where the actual line was marked. So got all my documentation. So hopefully it'll all be like resolved after we send them photos. But that kind of stuff does happen. It does happen, man. You break a sprinkler line. I mean, it's very few and far between that I hit anything other than a like sprinkler line. Just on this one, we had bad luck on it. It's a corner lot and it backs right up to a main highway in Pace. So whenever I heard there was 5 or 6 homes out, I was like, no, there's no way we hit a backbone. There's no way that there's a backbone running on the street. And well, sure enough, there was a backbone running right up against the street, right in our fence line. And I don't even know how we got away with pulling the old post that we got away with. I guess they weren't deep enough because, like I said, it was a 4 foot deep hole, pretty giant hole. But we hit it 4 times, unfortunately. And it wasn't even that big of a backbone, so I don't want to get any guys saying, "Oh man, you can feel it, you can feel it." It was a small backbone. It was probably about I can't remember the pair numbers because I used to be a Comtech, but I believe it was a 14 or 16 pair like backbone. And that's basically just Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable. That's a giant one, and then it just branches off to a bunch of homes at that point. So that happened, but we're on track to finish tomorrow. Got a good group of guys. Love it. And yeah, man, that's how my first 2 days went. It was fun. I loved every minute of it. Uh, I love training, like I said. So I get like the opportunity to not only train random people who want to come to the trainings, but I get to like the opportunity to train and our whole entire staff. So that is going to be awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It was an industry. I'll fight in the same battles. Shut the whole crane company down too. Got that call this afternoon. We as an industry are all fighting the same battles. We really are. We really are, man. And I wish there was a way because I know 811 uses all sorts of different companies. They just sub that stuff out, man. I wish there was a way that we could get all of them like together and just be like, hey guys, can we just take a little bit extra time and just make sure that we're marketing this out correctly? Because we lost a half a day. I mean, we couldn't even touch that sideline, And I mean, I know it's most of the time it's subcontracted. We use, or here in Florida and Pensacola, 811 is subcontracted out by USCI, and they don't always do the best of jobs. There was no spray paint on the ground. There was flags that were covered up with leaves and dirt and debris. You can barely see them, but I got all that in the pictures. So that's a good thing. But I wish there was a way for, us all as an industry as a whole to get the 811 companies together and just, before they hire these subcontractors, just make sure that they're actually taking their time out there marking it and not just taking the marking device and just do. Oh, yep, it's right here. When in all actuality, it's not. But, that's neither here nor there. Guys, we are coming up on 30 minutes and I got to pay some bills. We are going to run the commercial. And I'll be back in a minute and 45 seconds, all right?
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National. Welcome to the Fence and Deck Agency, where we build fencing websites that homeowners and contractors love. We specialize in winning the trust of homeowners, and we do this by positioning you as the fencing experts in your service areas. We follow our proven framework, which we've branded as the ultimate Fence and Deck website blueprint, where we get homeowners to like, know, and trust you. Teaming up with the Fence and Deck Agency will help you dominate your local market, and we'll build a website you'll be proud of. The link to get started is in the podcast description.
All right. We are back. All right. As the Mr. Producer said, guys, the link for the Fence and Deck Agency is in the podcast description below. If you do have Zishan's or him and his crew build you a website, you will also get 2 months free of SEO service, which is an amazing deal. And then also go visit Zishan's Facebook profile. It is in the link as well. Awesome guy, awesome company. Starting, he's kind of new, but wants to get the word out there, and that's the whole reason for this. Thank you, National Metal Industries, guys. If you need anything fence related, fence tools, anything, hit up National Metal Industries. When you do, excuse me, ask Mr. Mike Levy to send you one of his mailers. Those mailers are badass, dude. Mailers are cool as anything. They got like QR codes for everything that you would want to buy in the mailer, such as fence, tools, safety equipment, anything like that. But if you want to go check out that, go to nmifence.com and play away, guys. Great website, awesome company, awesome guy. Yes, sir. Mike is a good dude. Yes, he is. He is very much a good dude. Guys, we're going to get back into it. So, what I hit on earlier about thriving and surviving, that's really the goal, is to thrive, right? Nobody wants to just survive. I mean, it's a natural human instinct. We'll do anything to, not take a risk or not be scared. And, it doesn't matter how many times somebody tells you that they're not scared of anything. That's bullshit. Everybody has something that they fear. It's something that we are born with. It's a natural thing. Everybody fears something. I don't care how big, small, tall, whatever you are. But stepping out of your comfort zone and learning how to be comfortable while being uncomfortable is the key. All right. Because we're only going to grow if we're going to be uncomfortable, right? We can all agree to that, because change is hard, change is uncomfortable. but sometimes we have to make those uncomfortable choices to better ourselves, right? So as long as we're moving forward uphill, I always like to say that uphill and not, plateau or downhill. As long as we're moving uphill, that is what we want, because we want to get to the top of the mountain. Everybody wants to be at the like top of the mountain, right? Everybody does. So you gotta. It's all about knowing the right moves to make and knowing when to make those moves. And some people struggle with that. They'll fight with themselves internally and say, I'm better than this. I can stick it out and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, what you got to think about is you got to think about your family. I mean, like in my position, I'm married. I have 2 kids. I have 3 dogs. Yeah, 3 dogs. I don't have a cat anymore, unfortunately. 2 kids, 3 dogs, mortgage. So I'm trying to better my family, make it to where I have more time to take vacations and spend time with my family. And ultimately, that was the thing that made me make the choice that I made. Super happy with the choice that I made. Wearing one of my high steel shirts. Man, I always get thrown off on which side it is. I'm like, oh man, it's my right. Nope, it's my left. But we'll have a new studio up and running soon, guys. To be honest with you, to be completely blunt with you, it's kind of on the back burner right now. Got a lot of things going on that we need to hit the ground running on. And for the time being, I'm going to be in my son's room because he unfortunately has the biggest room in the house. But what you don't want to see right now is all these anime posters, Spider-Man, Star Wars posters that I put up for him everywhere. So that's why I'm blurring out the background. You can't see my microphone unless my hand's in front of it or something's in front of it. But we'll make this work. We'll make this work. Sorry about the cat, man. Oh, dude. I don't even want to talk about that, bro. all I know is nobody on my street's gonna touch any of anything from the way I showed my ass on that old man down the street. Um, I don't want to get into too much. Oh, just screw it. There was a guy 5 houses down who was luring and trapping cats and driving them 10 miles to a farm and dropping them off. Well, my 10-pound Persian cat, 12-pound Persian cat, who is not a stray, he trapped him and he went and dropped him off and kind of exploded on the man. I almost got myself arrested, but I was pretty mad, but is what it is. I miss my cat. Because I am a cat person. But shit happens. We've moved on. I'm not ready for another cat yet. I know my son is. He's dying for another cat, but I'm just not ready. We lost 2 in like 6 months, 5 months, 5 months, 2 and 5 months. So kind of want to take a break from the cats for a little bit. But yeah, no. So needless to say, I showed my ass well enough that nobody on my street is going to touch my property or touch any of my things without going into too much detail about what I said and did. But I was in the heat of the moment. I was pissed, and yeah, it is what it is. But moving forward, let's get off the cat topic. Oh, good Lord, that was a funny day. That was a fun, weird, odd day. But back to tonight's topic, like new beginnings. Guys, if you are stuck as an owner and you're finding out that you're better at building fence than you are at running a business, which is not something to be ashamed of. A lot of guys out there can build a hell of a fence but can't run a business, right? I'm not great at running a business. I can build a hell of a fence. I'm just not great at running a business. We all have to accept what we're good at and then find that road that'll take us just as high as being like an owner running a business. And that's what it's all about, guys, is, finding your outlet. It's going to be scary if you do choose to go, and work for somebody else or work with somebody else, as I should say, at first. But, you'll get those butterflies and you'll lose sleep. And, I mean, shit, dude, I lost sleep. I didn't sleep I tossed and turned. Like I said earlier in the podcast, I didn't sleep the whole first weekend after I made my choice. Like I laid there, just toss and turn. I probably got 2 hours a night. Um, completely mentally and physically exhausted after that. Um, it took a while to get all my exhaustion gone, get out of it. It was nice to get out of town. Beautiful. I freaking love Indiana, man. Uh, I don't ever want to actually live there full time, but dude, I'm super, super, super jealous of their weather. But yeah, I mean that's basically it. I just want to come out and put all the cards on the table and be transparent about it. And um, again, there's no ill feelings or anything like that, or wants to take somebody out of business or anything like that. That's not me. Um, I hope everything that my past company did continues to grow and continues to push forward. It was just my road was done at that. It was time to part ways, and that's ultimately that's what happened. And yeah, here we are today. Day 2 in with High Steel, and we're ready to kick some ass and take some names. Um, I know I don't have a bunch of local people watching, but guys, if you're looking for a job building fence, give us a call. Give us a call. Um, but with that said, guys, if we have any questions in the comments, go ahead, ask them. Go ahead and ask them. I am going to pull up some more of the comments just so we can talk about them because I was planning on running this for about 50 minutes today. So we got about 6 to 8 minutes to fill. So like if anybody has any questions, ask. Destin Beckworth, my man. Congrats on the new beginnings. Hey, brother, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Whenever I get done here, I'm probably going to give you a shout, and we'll talk for a couple minutes. I do have your King Plus X-Man in the tool trailer, and next time we see each other, it's yours, my friend. It is absolutely yours. Oh, Colby, I forgot to tell you at the beginning, I'm sending you a shirt and some fence signs and a bunch of Gatekeepers podcast stickers. So be looking for those in the mail. I'm gonna try to get them out no later than Saturday. If you're watching, Colby, I'll just text you too. But Colby has become one of my go-to talking to people. I have never even met the man, and this is what networking does for you guys. Okay. Networking gets you guys talking to people who have done things that you haven't done. And Colby's kind of one of my little confidants that I talk to, on a weekly basis, along with like Susan K. Worley, and love them to death. And after talking to Colby, and he was honestly the first person to know in the fence industry. I was like, you better keep this quiet. Don't tell anybody. And thank you for that, Colby. Thank you for not I'm like blurting it out. But we talked, and he understood everything I was saying. He was like, some days I wish I could just throw in the towel and just go get paid to do what I love and not have to worry about any of the headache. And that is a absolute true statement. Absolute true statement, guys. And like I said, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but guys, if you're in that position and you're scared to make the jump, just make the jump. Just make the jump. Gonna get back to some comments. We got some blue hearts from Chris Steele. We got blue hearts, Team Blue, baby. Team Blue, repping Team Blue. Blue's always been my favorite color. Blue was the color of my very first company, Gulf Coast Fence Solutions. And funny enough, all of my shirts my wife called Billy Blue because I had a certain color of blue that I would get. And it got dubbed after 2 years of me wearing it. It was Billy Blue. So that's kind of crazy how things work. Kind of crazy how life works. For instance, if you look at my Mr. Fence Academy tool trailer, I'm in one of the pictures. And 2021 or something like that. If you would have asked me in 2021 in Nashville up at the first standstill, like thing that I ever went to, like if I was gonna be working for Mr. Fence, I'd have laughed in your face. I'm like, seriously? I don't know who I am. But it's funny how the world works and the universe works. And when you start speaking things into existence, bro, they actually do start happening. So, tell yourself your goals every day out loud on the way to work. Tell them verbally or write them down so that way you see them, put them on little sticky notes, write them down every single morning and get into a habit of that. Because once you start saying them, it starts really sticking up here, right? As we need to keep our goals on the forefront of our minds so that way we can make progress to them. And the only way by doing that and not getting caught up in the day grind is speaking them out loud a couple times a day. That is kind of one of the things that I did. And every morning on the way to work, I was just like, one day I'm going to be a trainer. I'm going to be like an instructor. I'm going to do this. And I'm absolutely gonna do it. I just kept telling myself this day after day, month after month, like I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make the actual thing. I'm gonna do it. And here we are today, and all of my dreams came true, and they're still coming true. And I can't wait to. I'm so pumped for the first Pensacola Pace training. I don't even think you understand. Um, let's go ahead and keep on going down the line. So we got Mr. Chris Steele. There's so much work out here. Everyone can win. That is absolutely true. Absolutely true, especially in Pensacola Pace. Milton. Mr. King, what is going on, Sean? Great job, man. Thank you very much, sir. I very much appreciate it. I very much appreciate you talking to me through this about the topic at our dinner on Saturday night. That was a very, very heart talk that we had, and I very much appreciate it. It was very eye-opening, and love it, man. I can't wait to have more of those. Can't wait to have more of those, man. Let's see. We got Destin Beckworth is next. Destin Beckworth. Anyone privileged enough to work with Billy is destined for greatness. All right, now quit with the bike pump blowing up my head. But thank you very much, sir. Absolutely, thank you. Chris Steele says Destin Beckworth. We are blessed to have him on Team Blue. That's right, baby. Team Blue. All right, vision board is the home screen on my computer. That's awesome. I haven't actually made a vision board. I need to do that, but I kind of put it in the notes in my phone, and so that way every time I go make a podcast note, I'm there. I'm like, oh, I gotta say it out loud, and I just do it. Let's see. We got Chase Johnson, Hartzog. Let's see. I love the attitude. I look forward to meeting you and Chris. Absolutely, man. We look forward to meeting you. I look forward to training you how to build better fence more efficiently, because that's the name of the game. That's how we move that needle forward, right? And not backwards, right? Mr. Brad Geese, my man. I haven't seen you in a while, but we got kind of a little book. I want to read this. Billy, I wanted to express my sincere gratitude for fine-tuning my fence building, especially the no-dig fence with Postmaster Post. Your guidance has greatly benefited my business, and I have an immense amount of respect for your expertise. You are a true master of your craft, and I feel privileged to have learned from you. Thank you for the valuable mentorship and contribution to the fencing industry. Much love, brother. Hey, man, I honestly enjoyed every single minute teaching you guys how to better your company, whatever you were subcontracting for us. Because at the end of the day, if I can make you guys, or at the time, if I could make you guys a better subcontractor, it'll move the whole bar forward. And like I've told you multiple times, man, if you ever need anything, if you get stuck out in the field, dude, give me a call. It might be like today where my phone is so soaking wet that I can't answer it. Sorry, Nick. I know you called me like 3 times and I was looking at my phone. I was like, come on, slide, answer. It just was so wet with sweat, I couldn't answer the phone. But if I don't answer the phone, guys, I promise you I'll call you back within a timely manner. Shoot me a text if you need to, guys. I will answer your text. Just last week, I had Mr. James Scott Phillips. Let's see, where is he at again? He shot me a text and said, hey, man, can I give you a call? I know you're probably busy. I was busy, I was building a King Plus 6-foot fence. But I went out to the truck. I got a water break, and we talked for 3 or 4 minutes. And he had some like questions about a like radius, and I completely helped him out. Even though at the time, I mean, like he still is my competition. I'm not really worried about that because guys, we all got to build each other up to get this fence industry moved forward to where we're no longer looked at as, oh, fencers are just guys who can't do trim carpentry. What about guys who don't want to do like trim carpentry at the end of the day? But that's the stigma that we're trying to get away from. But yeah, man. So like, if anybody gets stuck out in the field, if you don't have my phone number, go on Messenger, ask for my phone number. I will give you the phone number. Call me, text me, do whatever you need to do. Like if you need to FaceTime me, so that way we can go over a problem face to face, guys, we can do that too. Now I might not answer right away, like I said, because I am going to be in the field for the first couple weeks. I need to get these guys trained up and ready to rock by themselves. But I promise you, I will get back to you as soon as possible. But other than that, guys, we are hitting right on time. Again, I do want to thank our sponsors, Mr. Fence Academy, first and foremost. Secondly, National Metal Industries, Mr. Mike Levy, guys. And like I said, if you need any sort of material, they ship nationwide. If you need any sorts of tools, hit up National Metal Industries, nmifence.com. And if you are looking for a new website, if you are getting your feet wet with, making a website and you're not there yet, check out the Fence and Deck Agency. The link is in the podcast description right below. Give my man Zishan a shout. And if you have him build out a website for you, like I said earlier, comes with 2 free months of SEO service, which is worth its weight in gold. I mean, 2 free months that's a lot of money if you start shopping around to like some of these SEO companies. But hit them up. That link is in the podcast description below. Other than that, guys, I'll see y'all next Tuesday. I am planning on lining up a wonderful guest. And we're going to do a live interview. And guys, just bear with me on the studio. We'll get the studio up and running. I'm really going to kind of put that on the back burner for right now because we need to get some of these Mr. Fence Academy trainings going. So that's going to have a lot of my attention going forward. But look for in the next 3-4 weeks, we're going to get this studio up and running again. I did get a brand new sign. That way the lighted sign wasn't doing any justice. You couldn't see it. So I got a non-lighted sign. I got that. It's at the my high steel office right now, just because it's a whole lot bigger. I didn't have room for it at my house at the moment. So that'll be going back up. It'll be just like normal, but just bear with us. Give me a couple weeks so I can get it back up and running. But guys, other than that, y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. Go out and crush it, kill it, crush them goals. And guys, on the way to work, I want to challenge each and every one of y'all watching. Say your goals out loud for your personal future. Say them out loud 2 or 3 times on the way to work. Okay. And start doing that. Start getting into the habit of doing that because I promise you it works. All right. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. It was a wonderful Tuesday. Keep on fencing, guys. And I will see y'all next Tuesday.